Have you ever wondered why that catchy jingle from a commercial keeps playing in your head, or why you seem to develop a liking for a certain style, trend, or person after repeated exposure? This intriguing phenomenon has a name, and it's called the mere exposure effect. The mere exposure effect, coined by psychologist Robert Zayonk in the mid-20th century, refers to the idea that people tend to develop a preference for things merely because they are familiar with them. It suggests that the more you're exposed to something or someone, the more you'll like it or them. To further delve into this, imagine hearing a song for the first time and finding it uninteresting. However, as the song keeps playing around you, you notice a growing fondness for it. This shift in preference is the mere exposure effect in action. This effect isn't limited to music alone. It extends to various aspects of our lives, people, places, objects, and even ideas. Interestingly, the mere exposure effect doesn't require conscious awareness to work its magic. Studies have demonstrated that even subliminal exposure, that is, when you're exposed to stimuli without recognizing it, can lead to increased liking. But what's the science behind this? Well, it's rooted in our survival instincts. From an evolutionary perspective, the familiar is often safer than the unknown. Our ancestors, who were more likely to survive if they stuck with what they knew, passed this preference for familiarity down to us. However, it's essential to note that the mere exposure effect has its limits. If exposure leads to boredom or annoyance, then liking may decrease instead of increase. Also, the effect is stronger when people aren't aware that they're being exposed to something repeatedly. To summarize, the mere exposure effect is a psychological phenomenon where people tend to develop a preference for things merely because they are familiar with them. This effect, rooted in our survival instincts, is a testament to the power of familiarity and repeated exposure. However, it has its limits and is stronger when the exposure is unconscious. So, the next time you find yourself humming that tune you once found annoying, remember, it's the mere exposure effect working its charm.